On April 22nd, 2023, Mid-Atlantic Wiffle hosted their 7th annual opening day tournament. The tournament featured 24 teams from across the country and included countless top-tier players. The tournament was the largest in MAW history, and in today's video, I'm going to recap the 2023 MAW opening day tournament from start to finish. One of the most anticipated games of pool play was between Earl and Whiff Inc. In this game, Earl would start Connor Young, while Whiff Inc. started Dan Whitener. Through the first 5 innings, both pitchers were filthy. Heading into extra innings, both teams were still looking for their first run. However, in the bottom of the 7th, Whiffman hit a walk-off moonshot, sending Earl to play the Canes, who had beat the Cajuns earlier in the day. Nonetheless, Whiff Inc. went on to beat the Cajuns and Dinos in their next 2 games to secure a spot in the playoffs. Back to Earl versus the Canes. Both Cam Smith of the Canes and Connor Young of Earl pitched flawlessly. Ultimately, the deciding factor was this solo home run from Teddy Dretcher that barely hooked around the foul pole.
Yep. Content, we gotta keep the content.
After this game, Earl went on to face the 2-0 Juggernauts, who had beat the Goon Squad and Dinos up to this point. This game wasted no time getting to the action, as in the top of the first, Ben Stant was hit in the face with the bases loaded to drive in a run. Fortunately, after this at-bat, Connor Young was able to strike out Tim McElrath to get out of the inning. But in the top of the 3rd, Ben Stant hit a 2-run home run to extend their lead over Earl, 3-0. Then, in the top of the 5th, Tim McElrath hit a 2-run home run to make the score 5-0 Jugs. In the bottom of the 5th, Red was put in to retire the side and win the Juggernauts their 3rd game of the day. This win would claim the Jugs a spot in the Elite 8, as they'd gone 3-0. The other 3-0 teams included the Risers and Circle City, both incredible teams, hungry for a title. Starting off the Elite 8, there was a matchup that had a very sad ending. The Long Balls would start Brendan Boaz, while the LV Whifflers would also start their ace, Jordan Bonet. Both pitchers would shove, not giving up a run through 8 innings. But in the 9th inning, Steve got a hit bunt, which stopped before Boaz could get to the ball, ultimately winning the game for Las Vegas. Las Vegas would then face the Juggernauts in the semifinals, but I'll talk about that later. For now, the next Elite 8 game was the matchup between Circle City and Whiff Inc. Both teams had their aces pitching in what was sure to be a dogfight. In the first inning, both pitchers were nasty. However, in the second, T-Weg would hit a solo home run, giving Whiff Inc. the 1-0 lead. Mike Stiles would chuck for the rest of the game, and in the top of the 3rd, after T-Weg's bat broke, he hit a 2-run double, to extend their lead over Circle City. Ultimately, Whiff Inc. beat Circle City to face the winner of Earl versus the Risers. In this game, both Jordan Robles of Earl and Chris Owen of the Risers were excellent through the first couple innings. But in the fourth, after Whiffman got this base hit, Vin Lee hit a clutch triple to put Earl ahead. Then, when Jordan was about to shut the game down, a rainstorm hit and the game was delayed. Jordan. After about an hour rain delay, the game was back in action. In the last inning, Whiffman would hit a solo home run, ultimately securing the win for Earl. The first semifinals matchup was between the Juggernauts and LV Whifflers. In this game, Ryan McGillrath was throwing for the Jugs, while Jordan Bonet was throwing for Las Vegas. Both pitchers would throw countless innings, allowing no runs. However, Toki had been seeing Ryan well all game, and Red had gotten a couple of hits off of Jordan Bonet. But in the top of the ninth, Toki hit an opposite field triple, scoring 3 runs for Las Vegas. Ultimately, this would be the winning hit as Jordan Bonet shut the game down in the bottom half of the inning, sending the LV Whifflers to face the winner of Whiff Inc. versus Earl. Under the lights, this game between Earl and Whiff Inc. was a rematch of the earlier game in pool play. In the top of the first, Whiff Inc. sparked trouble as they had 2 runners on base. But with that incredible catch, Earl was able to traverse the inning, allowing 0 runs. From then on, both pitchers were nasty.
Yo, come on! Yeah, Teddy, I love it!
Ultimately, this clean single in the ninth was the winning hit, as in the bottom half of the inning, Mike Stiles shut the door, sending Whiff Inc. to the finals. In the championship, Mike Stiles had thrown countless innings and couldn't throw any longer. Therefore, Whiff Inc. was forced to throw T-Weg, while the LV Whifflers opted for their ace, Jordan Bonet. But in the bottom of the fifth, Steve got a walk-off walk to end what was one of the craziest tournaments in MAW history. I would like to take a moment to thank my teammates from this tournament, Devin Torres, Kenny Stengel, and Cam Smith. Thank you so much for everything. Also, you can buy MAW Wiffle Ball cards at WeCameForThis.com. The link is pinned in the comments. As always, thank you to Shirey, Bull, and the Cooke brothers for putting on an amazing tournament. The link to all of MAW's social medias are in the description. If you did enjoy this video, I would really appreciate it if you did like this video. With that, this is WCFT signing off.